All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more complexity casting action. I'm your casting host, Beef. Joining me, Lalond from Stay Green. We're bringing you Game 3 of HoN Tour, Winners Round 1, Diamond number 2, Complexity and Pika. All tied up right now, 1-1. Lalond, that was an epic game number 2.
Yeah, like I said, that was a whole complete... Pika was like a new team that game. Like, they had a better draft, better lanes, better communication, better team fights. It's a big improvement from game 1.
Yeah, they certainly looked good. It was no 16-minute CC, that's for sure. But now both teams have their back to a wall in complexity. Ranked number 2 right now in HoN Tour, going up against number 14, Pikachu.
They're the big win regardless.
They're the heavy favorite for sure. We were talking, will Pikachu be able to take a game off complexity? It's kind of a foregone conclusion that complexity would win, but they looked extremely strong in that last game. Will they be able to do it again? Knock complexity down into the losers bracket in the very first round. Man, wouldn't that be an upset?
The forums will explode.
Yeah, they will. Is complexity done? Jesus. Now let's get into the blind banning phase. Parasite and Wild Soul being banned out. Fade and Tundra being banned by Pika.
Yeah, coL has banned Parasite and Wild Soul pretty much every single game.
Yeah.
And ever since they got faded the first game, Pika's banned it every game, and then now the Tundra, which usually gets banned. If it's not blind banned, it's banned in general.
Yeah, for sure. And going into the lockpicking phase, because we're already pretty damn quick through there, so we got to do this quick. Keeper of the Forest, Tempest, also have Ophelia, so all 3 of those pushing junglers. Monkey King, Pharaoh, and Blitz make it through, though, so at least one of those heroes is going to make it in.
Blitz.
Pharaoh, the standard, but Monkey King or Blitz, wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, and then going for bans, Pika banned the same heroes, but instead of Zephyr this time, he banned the dragon. He was like, okay, I had enough of that hero. Forgot that hero's still ridiculous. And once again, Zichi banned the initiators, Meraxis, Pebbles, and this time Dark Lady. They didn't want to complexity going back to their safe Dark Lady carry, I guess.
Yeah, we shall see. First pick comes out, and it is Silhouette. So after banning out a couple of those heroes in the form of that Dark Lady, in the form of that Draconis, well, Silhouette, one of the stronger ones remaining, of course.
I'm not too sure why they did lock the Blitz. That's still I'm curious. Maybe they want. Was that just a troll or?
I don't know. A lot of these teams, they do kind of lock just one hero at the end, where it's like, we don't want to give you another option, so we're going to lock one hero that is just terrible.
I understand, they have Tree and Tempest, that the Tree to counter the Tempest. They have Ophelia, which is just a really good jungle hero in general. They have the Pharaoh in case they get the Tempest, and the Monkey King's just Monkey King. Don't need to really say much about him. But then Blitz, I'm like, okay, what was the logic in that hero?
Yeah, we'll see. Countered up, though, by Engineer Magmus. So going with the strong double stun lane, and coL pulling out something that we don't see too often. But what do you think about NG Mag being second and third picks here?
NG Mag was the first and second pick for Pika. I think those are really good picks. The Deadwood, Aluna from coL. I actually do like Deadwood as a hero. It just depends how they're going to use it. The reason I like Deadwood is once he hits 6, he becomes very mobile. He's very aggressive. He's gonna be active, which I like to see. Gives it entertaining instead of having a 20-minute game with 3 kills.
Yeah, very, very true. He has to be active, otherwise he falls behind. And of course, the captain of your team, Stay Green, Swindlemullins, loves playing that hero, and I always like watching Swindle play that hero because, like you said, very, very active, gank-oriented hero. And we'll see if Complexity is able to emulate their inner melons and pull it off this time, as B-Kid will be playing that hero more than likely. Last pick over here, got 15 seconds. It is Moon Queen, so I was looking at what was available for carries, and Moon Queen was certainly there.
It would be the Moon Queen. It's been the go-to carry other than Silhouette when everything else, TDL, is banned and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Either Zephyr or Moon Queen, but Zephyr's really not too good against the Silhouette, so...
Yeah, and they're blowing through the lockpicking phase, so Moon Queen finishes it out. Keeper of the Forest, first picked by Complexity. They really do value that hero.
That snap pick on the Tempest after they picked the tree, I
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, and I don't really like Suicide Tempest that much in the first place, but it is Hellborn, so I will accept it.
Okay.
And now they have, especially with Pharaoh left in the pool, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was little quick, I think.
And
But
Suicide Tempest can do pretty well against some heroes. She will most likely be going up against the short lane Silhouette. How would you stack that matchup up?
Silhouette will dominate. The thing is like, if you're Suicide Tempest and you get your mana potion knocked off, you're so screwed. And now all Pharaoh has to do is, all they have to do is communicate and be like, okay, Tempest is gonna potion soon, and Pharaoh just shoots a rocket, or Silhouette just hits it once.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, now Tempest is kind of screwed, but
Well, we will see. Complexity, they're going to be going into it with their lineup of B-Kid on the Pharaoh.
yeah,
So-
Suicide Pharaoh. I saw that. Suicide Pharaoh, dual lane bottom.
Yeah, but B-Kid's not playing Deadwood. Whenever I've seen Complexity run this before, B-Kid always plays the Deadwood. It's going to be Shams, though, in the middle.
Well, that goes like saying, like last game, Shams played the Torturer, right? And I've seen Shams play Tempest. I've seen him play everything, and I haven't seen him play Pharaoh though. So I guess that could be a reason.
That's very true.
I've never seen Shams play Pharaoh. I've seen B-Kid play Pharaoh and other stuff. So.
Oh, yeah, B-Kid, he does the
And
secondary
he's walking
suicide.
into a Magma Saluna engineer.
Oh no, will Pika not give up the third Bloodlust? Moonbeam going to come out as well as the keg, but Pharaoh, pretty tanky dude, hits up that mummy wall and will be able to escape for now. Auto attack coming out via Ophelia. Oh, what was that? That was
a
a bad misclick. And
That
the
was
keg comes out. What? One more auto attack?
Or just
He's
a
going to
keg.
get away. He's going to get away.
Yep. Wow.
Wow.
That was really lucky.
That was very lucky.
He didn't get the. I think he was trying to get the ward off and still run, but he misclicked and clicked back.
Wow. He did. They have had to waste 2 health potions. Oh, Franzi letting him know that he done goofed. I don't know. That's a a friendly tip, I guess.
That sucks though. They lost the health potion from Beacon and the health potion from Luna.
Yeah, 2 health potions down right away. That's a lot of early regen being lost by the Hellborn team. I really feel like how did they screw that up? I guess it was a very, very nice mummy wall right between the
thing
tree
is
and
they
the...
screwed that up is Engineer could have like walked closer to him before he did his first auto attack.
Yeah, maybe.
The thing is the shield also did proc
Yeah.
Iron Buckler, so it did save him. But Engineer could have walked closer, hit him once, and then hit him again instead of just because he thought that he would get the kill from that range, but the shield proc. So GG. Haha.
GG, haha. Troll on you.
Get trolled by the Buckler.
All right, well, we are in a pause for just a moment. But like I said, Haxerin going to be going up against Book down here on the Tempest in the bottom lane. Middle lane should be the Deadwood Aluna. Aluna might do a little bit of roaming going in, but they're going to be going up against a Magnus. And Engineer should be making his way down there eventually. Right now, it's looking like Engineer's kind of hanging out in this top lane, though. Maybe hoping to score a kill onto B-Kid, go in for round 2.
Yeah, I foresee Engineer being here, keeping Beacon out of XP range, probably till Moon Queen's like level 3, then probably going middle to help the Magnus versus the dual lane.
Yeah. Securing your carry, that little farm, then saying you're on your own. I like that.
He just wants to make sure that Beacon doesn't get the ward off, and then he's going to go middle. At least that's what I assume. And the smart of the tree using the creeps to block the camps for Ophelia, that was really smart.
Yeah, otherwise, if Ophelia had, of course, gotten in something like a Minotaur or Catman Champion, could use that for a level 1 gank with the assistance of the Moon Queen and the Engineer. Would have been very, very nice.
I have no idea what Engineer was doing right there. But, and sidestep.
Nice sidestep.
Sidestep king.
Nice sidestep. Aluna going to get good position here in the middle lane. Magnus already out of mana, being forced to use his Lava Surge once already.
Yeah, I don't know what Engineer was trying to do. He tried to pull the creeps at 37 seconds.
Yeah, I was watching that.
That was confusing.
I don't know. I don't really know what's going on up there, but Zichi is trying to get the harass onto B-Kid. B-Kid ducking in and out of experience range, getting a little bit, but not a whole lot, that's for sure.
I think Engineer's saying, screw this, he got his word off. B-Kid's getting levels, he's going to go help Magnus middle.
Yeah, I really do think that Engineer should be able to help E27 quite a bit here in the middle lane. Maybe even set up a kill on an unsuspecting Aluna. But Keeper of the Forest is jungling. Of course, passive jungler versus active jungler. Hopefully Ophelia will be able to set up a gank onto P-Kid at some point. Because otherwise, Keeper of the Forest is just going to out-farm and out-push her.
It's going to be hard to because of the mummy walls, though.
Yeah.
So.
Very true.
We'll see.
Very, very true. I do like Complexity's draft quite a bit.
Yeah. Like I said, they went safe. They went their, Silhouette carry or Dark Lady carry. Then Dark Lady was banned. They went the Silhouette carry. Tree, free from jungle. Dual lane mid. Yeah.
Yep, I like it quite a bit. We're pointing out that Moonmander is on that Keeper of the Forest again. He was on Ophelia game number 1.
Oh, Ophelia and then Keeper.
And then last game...
Well, last game was Ophelia. The first game was Keeper.
Really?
Yeah, because remember we were talking about the trifecta of Skeleton Kings?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So he's been playing junglers all 3 games in this series. So I guess he is the backup jungler when Chessie's out of town. Of course, we do see him every once in a while playing Wild Soul or Tempest in the jungle. But showing us that he can, of course, play Ophelia as well. I don't know that I've seen Moon play him before, and so that was a nice treat. He played him very well, of course.
Yeah, I think if Engineer just came middle instead of sitting top, messing around, not really accomplishing anything, they would be in better shape. I still do think Engineer Magnus is a way stronger lane. As soon as Engineer hits level 3, they're probably going to kill the Aluna, or even possibly the Deadwood. But I think if Engineer was here in the first place, the lane would be dominated. They could have killed it level 2, level 1, no problem.
Yeah, I would certainly agree. As right now, both teams in the middle lane just trying to get their farm on, waiting for their opponents to step out of position as Rotten Grasp goes up. Power throw canceled, though, on Luna. Keg's going to come out, and Deadwood might be in a little bit of trouble. A nice turret going to slow him down. Lava Surge comes in. Power throw is going to be out there as well. Looks like Deadwood will be able to escape. A nice Emerald Lightning. Going to try to turn it around onto Magnus. A couple more auto attacks. Oh, a Rotten Grasp would have secured the kill. Keg comes in, but nice juke there from Franzi. Just kept walking straight.
The Magnus should have went and got in front of Deadwood after that stun and body blocked.
Yeah, it could have bought him the kill that they needed there. Not quite able to. And then, of course, Shams missed that Rotten Grasp on the Deadwood. A little bit unfortunate in that respect as well. That would have been a guaranteed first blood. Magnus simply didn't have any more mana to Lava Surge on out of that. Extreme Bath was on cooldown. So, both players escaping with their lives in the middle lane. Oh, it's a nice keg.
I was like, are they going to go on it?
Yeah, it was a nice keg, but Magnus was pretty far away. Bottom lane Tempest out of mana regen. Let's take a look at the CS down here. Currently 23-6 for Haxer and doing very, very well. And he's going up against 13-9 Tempest. So Tempest certainly not having the best of times down here in the suicide role.
Yeah, when the thing is, like, when the lane pushes, they do count the CS, but some of the CS he could be getting would be like the 70 gold from a kill from the Ancients too. So
yeah, it's very.
But he hasn't
true.
done them yet, so yeah, he's getting destroyed.
Yeah, he's not having a good time. Having found a bunch more regen. That is 300 gold additional regen that he just flew out.
Yeah, that's as expected though. I mean, Silhouette crushes Tempest, especially safe lane.
Yeah, Hax currently at 276 gold per minute. Is it?
Oh, is he gonna get a kill?
Not quite. Not quite.
I'm not a big fan of having this affiliate be passive. Like Pika's kind of screwed though. Like how they can't really kill a Pharaoh top because of the mummy wall. They can't really kill middle unless affiliate decides to go all the way around. And tree free farming, in my opinion, is better than affiliate free farming. Oh,
I wouldn't say that's an opinion. I'd say unless you're Chessie, like who claims that Ophelia can outfarm everybody, I'd say that's a fact. Aluna maybe caught out of position here. Ophelia picks up the Invis rune as the turret and Keg go out. Unfortunately, Keg pushing him the wrong way, and Magnus actually a little bit out of position. Now might be in some trouble. So Luna's going to come down, throw out a couple auto attacks. No, not going to just yet.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, Ophelia can farm really well. I just think like.
Oh, speaking of really well, top lane, Ophelia trying to go in for the first blood, still not able to set it up though.
Yeah, the thing is like Tree with an early portal key and early farm like that, I think does more to the team than an Ophelia with like.
Deadwood in some trouble middle lane. Lava Surge comes out. The Keg is there as well. Rotten Grass going to be able to get Magnus away, and he will be able to escape.
I bet you Peter's gonna say he's getting DDoS because he walked back to the base.
Uh-oh.
What? What was that about?
I don't know.
Huh. Oh, Magnus is going. Okay, I was like, Magnus, don't be a dum-dum.
Oh, Magnus going to be initiated on here in the middle lane. Nice Rotten Grasp. Power throw to follow up. Not able to quite secure the kill, though.
Yeah. This is, like, very passive. Like, I want to see some action. Come
Yeah, well,
for crying out loud,
both teams are playing a little bit safe. And the Ophelia, she's instead going to push that top lane, which will go down here in favor of Mr. P. Now up at 355 gold per minute. Not too bad on that Moon Queen. 40 CS at 7 minutes into the game. That's getting pretty close to perfect.
Yeah. I don't know, I still think, like, see how the Tempest is up right now? I still think he should just go do Ancients. He's going to get more farm. Doing that, especially when they're Predecessors and stuff.
Yeah, I completely agree. Should be able to get the farm
but
on those
he basically
Ancients.
just sacked the lane now and is kind of hurting his Ophelia.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Maybe Ophelia is going to be able to roam into the opposing jungler. Maybe they're just going to kind of team up here mid. But I agree with you. You should be doing those Ancients for sure. Now, getting the first tower kill has put Pikachu into the lead in terms of gold. They're behind a little bit in experience, but the problem is that Moonmander's farming 250 gold per minute on the other side without having pushed yet. Just farming away on to Keeper of the Forest. And he's going to be able to push down 1 or 2 towers very, very quickly when he decides to make his way into the lane, which could be very soon. Well, he's going to take out this triple stack first, but then might make his way over there.
Yeah, I think Peter should have, or not Peter, I think Moon should have more GPM than 265.
Yeah, once he cleans up that triple stack, I think he'll be closer to 300.
Yeah, okay.
And then push down a tower. I think he'll be just fine. Starting to save up. What do you think that... You think he's going to go for that Astrolabe first, or is he going to go for...
Astrolabe Mannering. That's the build he's been doing. But against them, I do think getting that portal key early on is going to be good, because he's going to have to position himself to stop Tempest ultimates.
Yeah.
So I think he'll go portal key in this case first. I think it's better in this case, but you never know.
Now, right now, it is kind of a battle of the carries, as Haxerin is trying to square off against Mr. P.
No first blood, and it's been almost 10 minutes.
Yeah. They're kind of doing their farm things, both of them, both about 330 gold per minute. Hack's going to be going for that Nullstone. No, actually, he's going to be going for a Helm of the Black Legion. That's what he's using that life tube for.
Good lane wards, good counter wards. The one thing I do think Complexity should get a lane ward bottom for him.
Yeah.
But they're trying to make sure that Deadwood doesn't get killed, as you can see.
Yeah, I could understand the fear of Deadwood, that's for sure, as Deadwood will bottle up that illusion. But Nullstone on Silhouette versus, say, a Whispering Helm into Firebrand on a Moon Queen. Which one's going to be farming better?
I think Moon Queen outfarms Silhouette because of the fact that the Glaive's kill stacks faster than Silhouette's little thingies. Death Lotus.
Death Lotus, yep.
And Moon Queen can stack the Ancients with his dominated minion, while the junglers or support can stack the jungle, as to where
Oh, middle lane. We might see a first blood. There's 4 heroes here. Lava Surge comes in. Tempest is there for the Elemental Void. Not going to use it yet. That's an illusion. Willowmaker comes out onto Ophelia. The Astrolabe being activated. Deny onto the tower in the middle of it. Elemental Void catching nobody but Shams. And Moonmeander interrupts that immediately. Keeper of the Forest might be in a little bit of trouble. The root is on cooldown. And Keeper of the Forest falls. That's Bloodlust. 11 minutes in.
The tower.
Yeah, great job there from Pikachu. Able to secure that Bloodlust. Able to get the kill onto an important player. And a lost courier?
Oh my lord. Did they lose any items?
No, there was no items on it.
Oh.
Wow. Complexity falling apart a little bit. They are in a golden experience advantage for just a second. Well, now they're in a lot more of a golden experience advantage.
They
with
did
that
lose that
tower.
fight. They got the denied tower and lost first blood, but their silhouette was farming the.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's true.
Was Moon Queen farming the whole time too as
Yeah,
well?
Moon Queen was.
Oh, then yeah, they got that was way not good.
Well, I mean, Haxorn is actually up 70 GPM now on Mr. P. So looking good in that respect, and especially getting the last hit on the tower down there certainly will boost his farm quite a bit. Now at 84 CS at 12 minutes in. Hax is... They're both very close to perfect CS. Well, not Moon Queen anymore.
No, Moon Queen...
She's lost out on a lot now.
Yeah, but that goes back, like, Pharaoh actually was competing CS against Moon Queen, so as to where Tempest had to leave the bottom lane.
Yeah, that is true. Moon Queen picks up her Whispering Helm, so now she's going to be able to stack the Ancients with that Dominate Creep, or stack the Jungle, whichever she prefers, like you had mentioned a little bit earlier. And with her multi-strike, she should be able to get pretty decent farm. But Haxorn, of course, farming extremely well as well. Now only about 1,400 gold off of finishing up the Nullstone. Able to get that at something like 15 minutes, and then maybe go for something like a Portal Key, like some players like Noob G are so fond of. And she can get into the middle of those team fights and become a very effective ganking, damage-dealing hero.
No, I do think going Nullstone into Portal Key is almost like a must on most of the time. If you're up and so it's really good. It helps you position in team fights. I mean, it's also another way to stop maybe a Tempest ultimate too, if, let's say, she gets caught.
Yeah, very, very true. If you, of course, don't have the Shrunken Head yet on the Tempest, that can be very useful. Triple stack Ancient Clearing going on for the Pikachu team. Going to be able to increase their gold farm quite a bit as Moon Queen makes her way down from the top lane to finish off a lot of those, even dropping a Moonbeam to ensure the last hits. She's back up to 404 GPM now, so overtaking Haxorn.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still not a big fan of just having, like, I feel like it hasn't really done much this game.
Yeah, she's farming 263 gold per minute, finished up that Astrolabe and now Plated Greaves, so when they do choose to start pushing down this middle and bottom towers, she's going to be able to do it relatively quickly, but in terms of ganks, I agree.
But she is keeping up in farm with Tree, so...
Yeah. That is true. Keeper of the Forest summoning his Tree Dogs, doing a little bit of harassment toward Ophelia. Trying to offensive jungle from the low ground, but...
No, he's just trying to block the spawns with his Tree Dogs. That's all he's trying to do.
Oh, all right, yeah, he's actually doing that very, very well, as he was able to successfully block 2 of them. So, not bad, not bad.
Now I have to ask you this. What's your opinion on Steam Boots versus Ghost Marchers on Deadwood?
On Deadwood,
Yeah.
I'd say Steam Boots.
Steam Boots?
I'm a big fan of Steam Boots. I think that the strength that it gives you is very, very nice to have. Of course, if you're getting into those team fights, you want to be able to have some tanky presence. As the tanky presence on Pharaoh is not there. Moonbeam comes out, Lava Surge. Moon Finale not actually hitting him at all. Instead, we'll clean up the creep wave. I feel like that was perhaps a little bit unnecessary, as they had the backup from Ophelia as well. But
and
securing the
they're
kill.
gonna get that tower too as well, most likely.
Deadwood double damage. Going to try for the Engineer. The Rotten Grasp not able to hit. Engineer will be able to walk away with his life, but like you said, the tower going to go down. This is where the minions and the Plated Greaves come out for Ophelia. Down goes that tower. Moon Queen's farm up to 428 gold per minute. Has enough to buy that Firebrand if so you should choose.
And Complexity is kind of pushing middle as well. Engineer really needs to get 6. Needs to get boots. Like, really bad. But I mean, if you look at Luna, he's suffering as well.
Yeah, everybody's in
Been
suffer
there.
mode.
Most support players have been there.
I was in there. I was that last night. Like, 8
15
o'clock,
minutes,
10
no boots.
No,
Suffer.
it was worse than that, dude. I was playing with a couple of my buddies, and we were playing against Dober on Damp, who are the bronze U.S. champions. And just ran into them on TMM, and pretty decent team. Like a lot of 1,800, 1,900 players. They're gonna probably make their way into gold in the next couple of seasons. But I'm on Glacius, and I got no farm. Like normally I do pretty well on supports, getting 200 GPM farm at a reasonable time. I was at like 23 minutes and red boots. Or no red boots, excuse me. I was sitting on like 3 minor totems as Engineer's in some trouble. Actually, Deadwood's going to get turned around on here. The energy field comes out. Engineer will not die, and Deadwood will fall here.
That was really well placed ulti by Engineer.
Yeah, that was fantastic. So, great job. Pikachu now up 3-0 in terms of hero kills. Moonmander's going to try to snipe this with a Root. Root comes out. 2 auto attacks. Down goes Engineer. Good job from Moon, making sure to secure that kill.
And it was really good of Engineer to have the blue ward on him as well.
Yeah.
Because did Deadwood get the invis? I couldn't see in that team fight if he got it or not. Or did
I
Magnus steal
also
it?
did not see.
Okay.
Not sure.
It was good, just either way.
Moonmeander doing a nice job of disrupting Moon Queen's farm. He's already stolen a couple of last hits here, and trying to get the experience at least for some of those. But
yeah, he's doing a really good job disrupting the Moon Queen. I mean, still it has complete feed from bottom, not interruptions at all. The scary part about that is if Pika decides to get a gem,
yeah, he'll die.
I mean, Moon's gonna definitely regret what he's doing.
Yeah, no gem just yet, though. And now the Ward of Revelation's down. Moon Finale being activated, but Moon's able to just walk on out of there. Didn't get the lockdown that they needed. They have a lot of lockdown there. I don't know why they didn't use any of it.
I think he did a little too... I think they did a little too soon. He should have cornered him, like set a Minotaur all the way around.
Yeah.
And then done it. They're a little preemptive of it. Now
sure.
he's just wasting blue wards.
Oh, Tempest in some trouble. Wrath of the Pharaoh going to come out. Tree Grapple brings Silhouette over. Auto Attack's going to finish him off. Franzi gets the last hit. That was very well played. They were able to spot the Tempest walking into the jungle with a ward. Used the power throw from Franzi to set up the Wrath of the Pharaoh. Tree Grapple gets Silhouette there immediately for the experience and an attempt at the last hit. But great job from Complexity.
Yeah, I mean, Tempest doesn't have an invis. It's not really safe for him to be doing what Tree's doing.
Well, he's got the portal key, and I think he was feeling safe with the portal key, but when you've got that power throw, which is what actually tagged him so that he wasn't able to blink out, and Pharaoh ults him in, and you're not going anywhere.
Is Pika going to defend bottom or give a free tower? They should definitely not give a free tower.
Yeah, they're going to be looking to defend. Deadwood comes in. Willowmaker onto Magnus. Keg stun out onto Moonmeander, though. And Moon might be in a little bit of trouble. Root going to catch 2 players. Tower does go down in favor of Haxor. And Ophelia in the middle of things. She's going to be taking a lot of pressure. Ultimate being charged up by Magnus. The eruption stopped by an Emerald Lightning. And Moonmeander will be able to get out of there. Looks like in the end, nobody going to die. And coL's able to get the tower. So, nice job by them. Moon might be in a little bit of trouble. Has to hit those Ghost Marchers and will jet on out of there. That's one quick move in tree.
I think if Tempest played that better, he could have PK. He shouldn't have TP'd directly on top of the tower. I mean, Magnus could have initiated it with then Engineer follow up with like Dust or Blue Ward, and then have Tempest, after Tree's forced to ult before he dies, then blink in and ulti. I think Tempest played that really bad.
Yeah, I would like to see a nice ultimate coming out, especially when you're able to get that portal key at 15 minutes into the game. You should be able to land at least one Elemental Void on a hero or 2 and secure a kill, rather than just kind of holding on to it forever like he has been doing. But he's got the threat of it now, and Magnus might try to set up something here onto Deadwood in the middle lane. But no, Shams is wise to their plans. Deadwood does have a portal key as well, so not
Finally,
bad.
see some action from Shams. I mean, Deadwood has 0 kills at 20 minutes in the game.
Yeah, that's what I talked about. It's kind of feast or famine with Deadwood a lot of times. You either get a lot of kills early on and start snowballing, or you just kind of have to farm forever, and then you're really just a root and a punch in the middle of a fight, not even able to pick off heroes sometimes. And Shams is somewhere in the middle of those two right now. Trying to get a little bit of harassment going out, but not quite able to, as the Hellborn takes that tower. Pika's still behind in gold and experience, even though they're up in hero kills. A lot of that comes down to Moonmeander and Shams, and even B-Kid getting their recovery farm on now. And Haxor as well, just doing a great job on the carry. As Magnus might be in a little bit of trouble. The Rev Ward is down, but it's for the opposite team. As Silhouette taking a lot of damage on her Shadow. Franzi's going to get caught out of position. The root comes in from the Skeleton. The Moonbeam is there as well and hits the power throw right before he dies to the Ophelia's Judgment. So, Hellborn team able to take a couple of those Ancients and get the kill onto Franzi. Good exchange for them.
Yeah, that's just a big cluster. There's neither of them had a ward up there because it got countered by Zichi's Revelation ward. So B-Kid really didn't have an opportunity to hook anyone.
Yeah. And speaking of B-Kid, I just mentioned his recovery farm, but for being in such a rough suicide lane up there, he's done very well for himself. Sitting on a Grave Locket, Steam Boots, Mystic Vestments, and a Helm of the Black Legion. Back up to 255 gold per minute and able to hit level 11. So he's looking very, very good.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job. And Moon picked up a Bound Eye now, which hopefully he can start using that with his Tree Dogs countering wards instead of having to sacrifice himself to do it. Let's see, I think he's trying to do it right now, yeah.
Yeah, he's walking around taking care of that. Now it's important that he doesn't lose that, of course.
Yeah, that would be really bad.
And the way he's got caught out, got caught out a couple of times. They haven't been able to secure kills on him yet, but it's only a matter of time until he possibly drops that Bound Eye, and that would be bad news bears for the tree.
Yeah, see, if I was Complexity, I would have put a ward for the Ancients, especially the fact knowing Moon Queen has a Whispering Helm. He's going to probably stack it with his minions.
Yeah, Franzi normally on the ball at resource managing, making sure that those Ancients aren't spawning. But I think he's just a little bit too broke in this game. They are
either that or keep rocketing it with Pharaoh Rocket.
Yeah, Moon just shot one over there, not quite in time to interrupt it though. Important to note that the long-range initiation from the Complexity team now is pretty staggeringly good. Portal keys picked up on Haxerin playing Silhouette, Deadwood by Shams, and Moonmander picks one up on Tree now. So 3 portal keys plus the hook in from B-Kid, the Wrath of the Pharaoh.
Pretty much everyone but the support, who's level 6.
Hey, he's still got that level 3 power throw, though.
Got his boots.
Yeah, he's able to contribute. Moonmeander, he's living dangerous right here. He's going to get hit by a Lava Surge. In comes the Glacial Blast. They're going to try to bring him down. He's not able to get to a tree to invis himself.
He's going to lose
he
that
will
eye.
Die. Bound Eye on the ground. Shams comes back in. He wants to be able to take out the Magnus. Did Shams get the eye? Where's the eye?
Oh, they picked it up.
Okay, it's on Mag.
Shams could have picked up the eye. He could have dropped his hatchet, portal keyed, ulted, picked up the eye, and racked away.
Yeah,
Why didn't he do that? He could have just dropped his hatchet, picked up the eye, and walked away. They didn't touch the eye at all.
Yeah, I think he was trying to find it, but there was a lot of stuff on the ground right there. As everybody could kind of dropped an item trying to pick up the eye.
I think he just panicked and didn't realize what he could. And he has a split second to think of doing that. We can just sit back here, relax, and watch it. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure if I was in that situation, I would have gotten the eye and probably made myself a sandwich in that time.
Oh, I love sandwiches.
Oh, I'm looking forward to the break between these games, and I'm gonna go make myself a turkey sandwich. Unless we have no break between the games. Next series slate is starting in an hour. So I think we should have.
I can only imagine what people are gonna say when we're talking about sandwiches.
Dude, sandwiches are so good. What's your favorite kind of sandwich, Meat Lalond?
I like turkey.
Turkey's pretty good.
Turkey sandwich.
It's a very lean protein. It's very good. But Moon loses that Bound Eye, and now somebody like B-Kid, who is invisible, is going to walk right next to Magnus, and B-Kid's going to be in some trouble here. Lava Surge comes out. Keg is there, and Eruption being channeled, and looks like Pharaoh's going to be in some trouble. He is going to fall very soon. Silhouette's in the middle of this, and this just got big. Pharaoh's still not dead. Engineer has fallen. Silhouette in some trouble, perhaps. She's actually going to be able to get out of there.
Oh, they're going to lose the Bound Eye, get it back?
What? B-Kid finally does die. Luna trying to finish off Magnus. The Bound Eye does drop. Not able to quite pick it up, though. And Silhouette might be in a little bit of trouble. The Root going to be coming out from the Skeleton King. The Catman Slow is there. The auto attacks in the Meteor. One more auto attack, and he will die. So Silhouette cleans up the kill onto Magnus. Not able to recover the Bound Eye, though, and ends up paying for it with her own life.
Haxton got really greedy there. He should have been fine with what he got. He got a kill on Engineer and backed up. He should not have gone back in on that.
Yeah.
Moon Queen didn't die. He's 4-0. 500 GPM. Haxton's now dead and losing his GPM lead.
Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. I mean, that Moon Queen, like you said, 500 GPM. She's finished up that Geometer's Bane, going to be working on the Shrunken Head, which is going to make her so hard to bring down in these team fights. And Pikachu, they establish a 4,000 gold lead and a 4,000 experience, 3,500 gold lead. And they're looking pretty good right now. Deadwood,
They've done a really good job stacking the Ancients. I mean, I haven't really seen Ancients been stacked more than double from complexity.
Yeah. Nice job with the rocket there from Beacon.
Yeah.
That gadget should prevent that from being stacked, and so it does. So, good job from B-Kid. Nice map awareness and awareness of the clock. Mighty Blade being picked up now on Deadwood. He's going to be going for that Shrunken Head, so he wants to be able to get into the middle of those team fights nice and easy and able to stay alive. But he's not
picking up... picked up a Shrunken Head.
What's that?
Moonking just picked up the Shrunken Head.
Oh, man, she's getting out of control. Moon Queens and Dark Ladies. Those seems like the two carries that really just...
if you're not a Dark Lady picker, Silhouette picker, you're a Moon Queen picker now, right?
Yeah.
Thing.
Like, every time I see Moon... I don't think I've seen Moon Queen lose, by the way, ever. In the last, like, 3 or 4 weeks since she's really made her way back onto the scene, since, like, right before DreamHack Winter, I'm pretty sure that I've seen Moon Queen with a 100% win rate. And, like, a 60% above 600 gold per minute win rate.
Those glaives are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Have you seen it when they lose the base base tower? The glaives hit all the racks, start hitting the small little like huts into the shrine towers. Like it just hits all of them.
Yep, it gets kind of ridiculous. A bit of tower trading going on here as Complexity's trying to take down the middle tier 2. Success with that one. They're going to try to take down the tier 1 top. In exchange, they're going to lose the bottom tier 2. It's a big push coming up though from the Hellborn team. They're going to be looking to push into the base.
They're going to keep going. There's a DD on Moon Queen.
Yeah, DD will be expiring very soon here. 7 seconds. But like I said, this is a big push. The Tempest Elementals are there. The Ophelia minions are there. They're going to back off.
Safe.
They might go for Congor now.
They're going to defend top and then probably do Congor.
That's certainly what it looks like. Moon Queen already ported up to that top lane. Going to be able to push back this wave as soon as she's comfortable knowing that Complexity is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, that was the safest thing to do. Clear out the Legion jungle, TP defend top, stack Ancients if you can, if you remember, but you didn't. But
yeah,
that was smart. That was the safest thing to do.
For sure.
The Barrier Idol, finally.
So Barrier Idol on Ophelia this time.
That item is really good against Tree. It's Tree ulti Barrier Idol. It does like no damage.
Yeah, and speaking of Tree, he's the second to top farmer on the Legion side. But look at his items. He doesn't.
He's a second to top. Oh, he has a second. Holy cow! I'm surprised he's beating Deadwood.
Have a lot. I mean, he has picked up 2 bound eyes.
Look at B-Kid's farm. B-Kid's farm is equal of Tree and Deadwood, pretty much, which should not be the case. That's Suicide Pharaoh. I mean,
yeah. Well, you got a lot of people contending for farm. You've got your number 1, of course, up there in Silhouette, and then you've got Pharaoh, you got Tree, and Deadwood, which are all your 2s and 3s. They're all equal in farm right now. None of them really able to snowball.
That's very true.
So it kind of comes down to somebody. I don't know. There's just not enough farm on the map for all 4 of those heroes to
Peter
get
finally put the ward for the Ancients down. It was good.
There you go. Using a Ward of Revelation. Only going to last 3 minutes, but still a 3-minute block on that. It's about 1,000 gold being denied to the other team.
Another eye.
Moon?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's had that one for a little bit. We'll see if he can hold on to it longer than, say, a minute and a half this time. Deadwood getting relatively close to finishing up his Shrunken Head. About 800 gold off of that one. And Silhouette finishes up hers. She's now sitting on 1,700 gold in the bank. Looking pretty tanky with that Shrunken Head, Portal Key, and Nullstone. Able to get into the middle of those fights for sure. But still not really doing a lot of damage. Haxorin's a firm believer that if you get levels on Silhouette, you don't really need as much damage items in the early stages, but still having something like a Geometer's Bane or a Savage Mace would certainly be something that I'm sure he'd be happy with.
Ooh, that DD rune bottom. That's big if they can get it.
Oh yeah, that's Moon Queen being
Magnus
very,
model
very
that,
happy.
save it for Moon Queen for a team fight.
Yep, that's what they're going to do. And Congor's already at about 80% life. We'll see if they go in there and try to blitz him down real quick. or if the Complexity team wants to try to start an engagement here. Magnus, give her the bottle.
It's just like stalemate. Silhouette was farming top. Everyone else is sitting, checking for Congor. Moon Queen's farming ancients or was farming ancients while I feel is mid. Still stalemating Congor. Oh, they give DD to Moon Queen and she's doing Congor now. This is gonna be a big fight.
Yeah, it certainly could. We'll see if that long-range initiation comes in from the Legion side. They're going to be making their way over. Deadwood wants to go in. Will he choose to do so? Turret's there. Grasp onto Ophelia. The Willowmaker of Ophelia going to go down. Magnus channeling up that ultimate. Not able to get the portal key off. Pharaoh in the middle of things. He's going to try to bring down Congor. The root going to be going off as well as the energy field. As it looks like Magnus might be falling. Moon Queen very, very low. Able to get the token of life. She's going to come right back up though. And it looks like Ophelia is down. Everybody else is still up though. Pharaoh just goes down there at the hands of Moon Queen. And now they're going to be trying to get out of there. Silhouette ports into the middle of it. They're going to try to get the kill onto Tempest. Down goes Deadwood. And it looks like Complexity in full retreat now. Luna is going to be taken out. But that's going to be 3 players down for Complexity. The only thing that they got out of that was the Congor kill. They didn't get the token. And the kill onto Ophelia. Pikachu, they're up 2,000 golden experience after that. And, well...
That was a horrible I don't know if you saw that.
That Magnus ult was awful.
No one. Ophelia didn't even get his. I don't think Ophelia got his barrett off. He just mech and ulted and he didn't even get his ult off.
Yeah.
Wow. That was just. They saw that coming. Ophelia shouldn't have been standing still. You should attack, move in Congor. You should not be standing still when you know they're going to do that. He should have positioned his Ophelia creeps to try to stop the Pharaoh hooks.
Let's call a spade a spade. That was a really sloppy team fight from both sides.
Yeah, it was really sloppy team from both sides. I'm actually surprised that Pika won that, but I mean, they were able to get the token. If Pika was able to pick up that token before he died, after Congor died. It was like a split second though. Like Congor died and then he died because the glaive bounced. Like if he had been really lucky.
Yeah, I think he was stunned actually, like as he died. So unfortunate, but good job at least to get that gold to his team. That they would have found themselves down an additional 2,000 gold. If B-Kid had not gotten the last hit on that Congor. And of course, wasting the token right away. So, in the end, not a huge win for Pika, but a win certainly.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, Magnus goes in for a stun onto a Luna. Unfortunately misses. You should have hit that stun, Magnus. He walked right by a ward. All you had to do was right click him and you guys would have secured the kill.
I've not been really impressed by the Magnus plays of this game. I mean, that ultimate last fight was embarrassing, especially for being a diamond player.
I agree. He was in his own filth over here, as I like to say, not able to get that portal key off. I don't understand why he wasn't able to get that portal key off. Was it on cooldown?
He didn't shift queue his portal key and he hit no one with it.
Yeah, he got the last wave.
It could have been the rocket. The rocket may have hit him. That could have been the case.
That's possible. He also missed his lava surge when he did get in there. He only hit one person with it instead of being able to get hopefully 2 or 3. As a 2 or 3 man lava surge can be just as important as a good eruption in the middle of these team fights.
Moon Queen's getting Wingbow next in, so it sees that and starting on his Savage base. So that's a good item pickup.
Yeah, good counter choice there by Haxerin. Gets the True Strike with that. Shrunken Head has been finished up for a little bit on Deadwood.
I think did Magnus just pick up a Bulwark?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. That's a good item pickup. They definitely needed that.
I do like the Bulwark pickup there. I guess Magnus is probably their best person. Maybe a Ophelia.
Yeah.
But I really would have wanted to see possibly a Storm Spirit coming out as there's an engagement here. Deadwood in some trouble as he's caught in the middle of things. Activates that Shrunken Head. Moon Finale going off, hitting nothing. And will Deadwood actually be able to escape? He is! A nice Rotten Grasp. And that was well played there by Shams. Getting caught out of position, but hit the Shrunken Head at the perfect time. Able to get out of there. Moon's going to go back in. The root being applied. And they're going to try to bring down Moon Queen. The tree grapple onto Magnus. Magnus is going to take a fall real quick here. And it looks like Moon is going to do a big Elemental Void. You'll be able to catch 2 inside of that Silhouette.
Oh my god, if he got Silhouette right there, that would have been...
Yeah, Silhouette able to teleport out to the shadow at the very last second. They brought down B-Kid on the Pharaoh, but as long as Complexity is able to get their last players out of here, they should have been able to get a nice win from that. So wasting Magnus. Well, Magnus is dead. But wasting the Moon Queen and the Tempest ultimates, they should be able to take this fight at their base, no problem.
I don't know. Magnus is gonna have his ulti up though when he's alive.
Yeah, but B-Kid will be back up by then as well. And then it'll be 5v5 with no Moon Queen or Tempest ults. I think that Complexity would be perfectly fine with that, as they're going to try to get the deny onto the tower, and they shall. Hellborn team backed off quite far and not opting to go for
jumped
that.
on that. They're backing up.
Yeah, backing up one at a time. There was certainly a possibility for a Dead would jump in and kill.
That Moon Queen's at 550 GPM.
I predict. No, I can't predict anything.
But Action's still out-leveling him.
Yeah, that's something very good that Haxrian somehow does. Yeah, levels everyone. I don't really know how.
Oh, they don't see that DD rune bottom. They've had like, I felt like
that's so many
DD
DDs
like all the time. What the heck,
dude? It's DDs on Moon Queen like there are hastes on Monkey Kings, but no, they're gonna be able to give it to Complexity. Deadwood comes and bottles that up, put that on Haxrian, and with that Savage Mace, Hax is gonna be hitting for the mid 400s. Should be able to bring down somebody like that Moon Queen very, very fast if they can get the lockdown with maybe a Deadwood punch onto Moon Queen, plus like 3 auto attacks from Silhouette will kill her. So Moon Queen's got to be very careful. Of course, is sitting on 4,000 gold, does have buyback, and as Complexity is pushing in to the Hellborn base now, that buyback will be able to get her back into the fight very, very quickly.
I think he's debating. He's like, should I finish my wing bomb? He sees a Savage on Silhouette. He's like, man, it probably shouldn't have.
Go for the Genjuro.
Yeah, but they've had an eye like the whole time.
Yeah, Moon done a much better job of holding onto that eye this time. Complexity pushes down the last outer tower. So now they're going to be able to turn the game on to Pika, who in his
the
last
DD
position.
on Silhouette, I think they're going in on this.
Savage Mace, True Strike up the cliff. Oh, in comes the initiation on the Moon Queen. Moon Queen is going to fall. Magnus gets a big eruption off. He's going to be able to get that onto 3 people. Pharaoh in the middle of things. It looks like Tempest is going to have to back off. No ultimate available on him. Moon Queen buys back, comes back in immediately. The ultimate comes out. Down goes Pharaoh, but it looks like that's going to be the end of it. Silhouette's actually going to go in, and a huge pick off right there onto Engineer, and is able to get out with the Shadow. Those reflexes on Haxerin. Able to get in and out of there without the death.
Moon Queen just getting caught in position. He should not be up that far.
Yeah.
He should be back by like the shrine, where the shrine little.
Like I said, the Willowmaker coming out of Deadwood, plus just a couple of auto attacks from Silhouette, and Moon Queen died. She had to buy back right there. Magnus had a much better eruption that time, but still not amazing. And Complexity took a great fight.
Yeah. Thing is, I think sorry, I got distracted by something. But I think Pika's best bet is to wait for the next Congor.
Yeah, I could certainly agree with you there. As Complexity, they had a good fight there. Who did they lose? They lost B-Kid. Was that it?
Believe so.
Yeah, they lost B-Kid. They forced the buyback on Moon Queen, and they also got the kill onto Engineer and put a lot of damage onto that tower. So, not bad. Like you said, the focal point of this next fight most likely going to be Congor.
Yeah, they're going to fight at Congor, or whoever gets Congor is
going to push.
I think it's going to make or break it.
Yeah. Came very, very close. 39 minutes in, and a 50 gold lead and a 1,000 experience lead. It's essentially equal. Completely equal at this point. As Pika, they're putting up a very good fight. I mean, coming into the series, I was like, okay, this is probably going to be a couple.
Then after the first game,
yeah,
you were like,
I was like, it's going to be a couple 20-minute games, and coL's just going to win, and I'm going to have like a 2-hour break. And then there was a 16-minute concede, and I'm like, okay, it's going to be like 2 15-minute concedes. I'm going to have like a 2.5-hour break. And then the second game happened, and I'm like, oh, damn, we got a series. And Pika showing that they do deserve to be in this diamond bracket, fighting with the number 2 seed right now, and making it a very even game in this game number 3, and of course looking very good in game number 2. It's really going to be down to making sure that they don't make any mistakes if they want to finish this one off, take the series, and advance in the winner's bracket. And Complexity, they're going to have to play very well if they don't want to drop into the loser's bracket in a series that they really are quite favored in.
It's really funny to watch Moon block the camp with his trees right there.
Yeah.
I think Moon and Tempest are racing to whoever can get the Refresher Stone first for the next team fight. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, and I'd say that Tempest is probably in a little bit better shape there. He's just been farming a little bit better, and he does have a little more gold banked, but Moon also already has the Sustainer.
They want to get it before the Congor for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep, Moon Queen stopped buying the Wingbow and decided to get a Symbol of Rage instead. That was a good switch.
Yeah, she's certainly not going to hit as hard as a result of having that Symbol of Rage over the Wingbow, but still hitting for close to 300 without a double damage, which I'm sure she'll have any minute here. But she'll be able to keep herself alive. Now, a little bit unfortunate part is the stuff that's killing Moon Queen is very, very bursty. Like a hook in from Pharaoh, the punch from Deadwood. Is she going to be able to have the time to activate all those items, or is she just going to die again like she did in that last fight before she hit the Geobane, before she hit the Shrunken Head, and before she's going to be able to hit that Symbol of Rage?
Yeah, that comes with her position. You know, like last fight, her positioning was awful.
Yeah.
If she stays back, or if they want to bait her with token, then like I said, Congor. Bait her with token and counter initiate with Magmus and Engineer Tempest.
Speaking of Congor, he is up now. The Hellborn team already posturing like they won. The Legion team pretty far out of position now. If the Hellborn team wants to put some damage into him, they should be able to do that relatively safely. Moon Queen trying to stack the creeps. It's always a little bit precarious when you're trying to get the stack on those creeps, and one hit might very well get the kill onto one of those dragons. But no, she does get the stack off. Happens. It's always the worst. I remember watching...
At nighttime.
yeah, exactly, when they're asleep. I remember watching one time as somebody was trying to stack it, and all the minions were at like one hit from death, and they're just like trying to bump into him and like wake him up or something, but not quite able to.
There's the Congor attempt. See, he should be using the Minotaur and Skeleton King to block the hook. Like there's a straight line hook right here to Moon Queen.
Yeah, it's very possible, as the Legion team is well aware now. They're keen to what's going on, and Shadow being activated from Silhouette. Will they go in? Power Throw is going to get them the vision. Grasp! In comes the root onto Moon Queen. The ultimate on there as well, but she gets the Shrunken Head off this time. No, she doesn't! Moon Queen going to be dropping. Activates the Symbol of Rage. A huge Magmus Eruption, as well as the Lava Surge. Going to be able to get it in there, and down goes Moon Queen. Is she going to be able to buy back? She does not have buyback available. Pharaoh has taken a fall as well. Deadwood going to be dropping to Congor, and it looks like Legion and Hellborn are about equal right now. Neither of them wants to commit any further. As Pharaoh does actually come back into the fight. He has bought back, trying to make sure that nothing else happens, but neither of them willing to claim that Congor kill.
They want to get that token for Haxton.
Yeah, they do. Moon Queen is down for another 55 seconds, and as soon as B-Kid is over there, I think they will take that. Why did Moon Queen take so little damage? I was like, did she get the Shrunken Head off, or...?
He got his Symbol of Rage, and it was life-stealing.
Yeah. When Magmus came in, it just seemed like the initial everything did very little damage. Looks like the Hellborn team trying to go back in there again. Magmus going to go in, and that was a huge play! He used the Judgment, sends him back to town, stuns in, grabs the token. Wow, that was so well played by Pika.
That was a pretty big play.
That was big plays for all the Finnish fans.
That makes up for him messing up his ults earlier and ulting BK Shrunken Head heroes and.
Yeah, but you know he has the token. Haxorn doesn't have the token. They got the golden experience, but the token's really what you want there. That was what was going to make Complexity comfortable with pushing into their opponent's base, and now they don't have that. And Magmus has that, so Magmus is going to be able to jump into these teamfights willy-nilly, knowing that even if he perhaps does get counter-initiated on, well, doesn't really matter. I'm going to be coming back up with that token of life. Always got the Lava Surge, the Steam Bath, and the Portal Key to get myself out again.
Yeah, Haxorn's getting pretty close to maxed out now. The next thing he can sell is his Portal Key, and then maybe rebuy his Shrunken Head. He just finished off his Wingbow now, though.
Yeah, finishes off the Wingbow. That's certainly a nice thing to have. Root going to go up in the middle lane, but nobody there to be taken down by that. Soul's Bulwark has been finished up for quite some time on Deadwood. Has that on positive, and the Refresher Orb now finished up on Tree. Where's Tempest at? There it is.
Yeah, now I feel like they're gonna wait for the next Congor because Silhouette didn't get the token, Moon Queen didn't get the token.
If there's another 10 minutes or 9 minutes now of turtling, I'm gonna be so sad. But yeah,
both teams want to win. That's what you got to do.
It's
I guess,
true.
right?
It's true. It's true. But with both Keeper of the Forest and Tempest now having their refresher orbs, it's going to come down to this kind of side play between those two, the mind games between the Keeper of the Forest and the Tempest. Who's going to ult first? Is Keeper of the Forest going to wait for Tempest, or is he going to try to land a big ult on the team and then interrupt Tempest's first ult, but will he have the refresher for the second? Like,
It all depends on the initiation.
oh, initiation comes in right here. Wrath of the Pharaoh on to Moon Queen, going to catch her out of position. First root comes in. Elemental Void catching two players right there. Keeper of the Forest is in that, and he's going to be going down. Not going to be able to interrupt the second one. Tempest goes down as well. And as well with the B-Kid out of position, he's going to take the fall. Moon Queen activates the Shrunken Head and will not fall as Silhouette activates her Shadow and is able to get out of there. So in the end, the score is going to be 2-1 in favor of Pikachu, losing the Bound Eye on Keeper of the Forest, and Keeper activated his Resto Stone, wasn't able to get the second ultimate off. Tempest did get the second ultimate off, though, so Keeper's going to have this window of 150 seconds where he has an ult and Tempest doesn't. We'll see if Complexity wants to capitalize on that, but they lost two of their strong players.
Yeah, the thing is, Haxton had really good positioning there, and his Savage Rage can't stop Tempest ulti as well. So that was a really good position. I think Tempest only got his second ult off for
like nothing. He just died.
Yeah, and then just died.
Yeah.
Well, it's the mini stun procced, and then he just died.
Yep, for sure. For sure. So Silhouette, like you said, had good positioning there. Complexity, in the meantime, they've taken back the Golden Experience lead. This is such a weird game. These are so close, these last two games, the back and forth. I'm actually loving this series. Pikachu, they're putting up a very good fight. Keeper of the Forest buys a Bound Eye, sells it back immediately. That's going to be his fourth Bound Eye, I do believe. Aluna actually picks it up now and gives it to Keeper so that Keeper can save up his money, perhaps buy something a little bit more important, like, you say, a barrier idol?
Yeah, I mean, it's really late now because
Yeah.
the physical damage is really too strong. But they're going to both wait for both the refresher stones to be up again, and they're going to try to get a good initiation team fight again.
Yeah, what did you think?
I think B-Kid's going to save for a Hellflower. That would be really good, hooking onto a Moon Queen Hellflowering. That will win every team fight, hands down.
Yeah, what did you think about that initiation there from B-Kid? It seemed like the rest of the team was really, really far away.
Yeah, it was really good. Like, it was really good initiation, but you're exactly like, everyone else was far away except for Tree. Like, Haxton didn't even get there until the second ulti of Tempest, so...
Yeah, like 10 seconds later, after Tree and Pharaoh were both already dead. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Tree going to do a little bit of counter-warding here. Demonic Breastplate finished up on Magnus, so it's going to be very, very nice for their team to have.
Yeah... I wonder what Moon Queen's going to get next. Is she just going to keep that Dancing Blade? Is she going to turn it into a Genjuro? I don't see a point in her getting a Wing Bow, especially with the Savage Mace on Silhouette.
Well, I mean, the Savage Mace on Silhouette, but there's still auto attacks coming in from other locations, and well, it does give you additional attack speed and movement speed as well. And the evasion's going to be there for other sources. So
I mean, it does give you armor.
That's true.
Attack speed.
That's true. So we'll see. She can, of course, Fender that Homecoming Stone upgraded post-haste at some point as well. Wrath of the Pharaoh was used up in the top lane onto a Moon Queen illusion. I think they were pretty sure that was an illusion, but B-Kid chose to use it anyway.
It's pretty much just a passive game now. Like I said, they're going to wait till the next Congor.
Yeah, let's take a look at the token timer. So Congor is going to be back up in 4 minutes. And then?
In 8 seconds.
Yeah, well, okay. Let's get technical. Really? You're going to nickel and dime me like that, Lalond? Really?
No, I'm just messing with you, man.
Wow. Wow, okay. Silhouette going in for a little bit of aggressive farming there, but falls back very quickly. Hellborn team, they know they have 45 seconds left on this token, and they actually want to make something happen. They're all pushing up the middle lane here. No, they're backing off. Okay.
Yeah, just roaming S5, that quote-unquote pub train that everyone loves
Choo-choo.
to say.
Aluna has done a nice job. She's been able to finish up the Astrolabe that Keeper of the Forest did forsake getting in favor of the portal key a little bit, well, quite a while ago now, as we are 50 minutes into this game. But able to pick that one up, whereas on the other side, Engineer not able to pick up any of those nice mid-game items. No push sticks coming out either. A little bit interesting going up against a Pharaoh.
A pause.
Yeah, hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Strategy pause.
I've actually seen... I've seen some messed up strategy pauses in my day, man. Like, you go for pause and then at 1 second, like, the Deadwood jumps in and punches somebody or something. It's like, wow, that's pretty damned messed up. And then both teams sit there and talk about it forever. I mean, have you ever seen somebody do something really bad-mannered like that with a pause?
Or just time to blame the DDoS.
Yep. There you go. Well, we'll see what this is about in just a moment here. Once again, guys, I hope that this doesn't take too long. But while we do have the downtime, I do want to fill in everybody as I see that we have more and more people coming back in. This is Complexity Casting with me, your casting host Beef. Joining me is Lalond, a.k.a. Stay Green Lalond. You were a little bit worried today that you might have had to fill in, but no, you're able to cast with me, so thank you for being here. I think we've got you, you're going to be planning on casting some HoN Tour with me in the future, trying to get in on these Saturday and Sunday matches, so I finally have a co-caster.
Sounds like a plan. Of course, in the end of that rare occasion.
Well, thank you very much, of course, for being here, guys. This is game number 3 of Complexity Gaming versus Pikachu. Winner of this is going to be going on to Winners Round 2. Let's actually take a look over at HoNTour.com and see if we can figure out who the winning team is going to be playing next. Next up, they're going to be playing FYKU. So, yeah, winner going to be going on to place the second team moving up from the gold division. They got second place, losing 0-4 in double best of threes against Call Karma last weekend in the gold finals. But FYKU, you familiar with that team at all, Alon?
I've heard of it. I don't really know all the players on it, though.
Yeah, I've cast a few games of theirs, ones that certainly stick out to me. Pinky Curdy plays a mean Tempest. You got Pee-wee, P-E-W-E, with an asterisk at the end. Plays a pretty dang sick Monkey King. I was actually talking to Cookies, and Cookies says that Pee-wee plays a better Monkey King than he does.
The Monkey King of all Monkey King pickers says that, huh?
Yeah, and I saw them run that Monkey King. That was exciting. But guys, we're going to get back into this. Of course, right after this game, we're going to go to a very quick break while we get the next series set up. But we should be casting Complexity once again.
The game is back up.
Yeah, they are back up now. I'm watching, but we will be going back into another Complexity series after this, most likely, unless HoNcast so decides to choose that one to cast. But guys, of course, we do have a second series coming up on HoN Tour today, and another 2 series tomorrow. So a HoN Tour packed weekend for sure. So
back to stalemate till Congor's up.
Token of Life has expired, so we're looking at about 2.5 minutes until Congor's back up, as both these teams just trying to get the farm that they can. Shaman's Headdress picked up on Keeper of the Forest, so going to be going for that berry idol.
Yep, it's a good item. I feel like it's had one for like a while though. It's helped a lot in team fights. It actually has helped keep Moon Queen up a few times.
Yeah.
To get his symbol of rage off.
Yeah, it's another one of those reasons why when she got initiated on in the Congor pit and the Deadwood Punch came out and then the Pharaoh, Wrath of the Pharaoh, I was like, why isn't she dying? But yeah, that barrier idol certainly able to help, and then the stun from Magnus, of course, helped as well. As initiation coming on to Moon Queen in the middle lane. Wrath of the Pharaoh going to be going out. Deadwood punches down Engineer. He is gone. Moon Queen in some trouble. She activates that symbol of rage. And Tempest, Elemental Void, going to be able to catch 2. A nice job interrupting the first one. It looks like Moon Queen actually will be falling. No, yes, she does go down. Almost able to take one with her. Eruption comes in. The Lava Surge onto Haxer. And Haxer very low on life. Auto attacks come out. Tree Grapple and Hax will be invised. A huge invis right there. Down goes Tempest in Complexity with a gigantic gigantic team fight. Moon Queen buys back. She's coming back in. Haxorn trying to get out of there. Chams as well. But Complexity, will they be able to get out with all 5? Yes, they're able to get out with all 5. Getting 4 kills, forcing the second buyback onto Moon Queen. Complexity with a gigantic team fight.
That was really good initiation. Like I said, either Congor or the Pharaoh hook into killing Moon Queen. Moon Queen always seems to get hooked. I don't know if it's bad positioning by Moon Queen or if Beakit just is really good at playing Pharaoh and knows when to go.
Beakit's a pretty good player, I've heard. Like, as far as initiators go, he's pretty good. He's decent.
He's okay. He's decent.
Yeah, for sure. But a great job there by Complexity. Now up 9,000 gold, 7,000 experience, and growing by the minute. Congor is going to be back up in about 1 more minute. However, both refresher stones are down. Yes, they're both down for another 2 minutes. So I think both teams will try to turtle up until those are available once more. Hellflower picked up on Pharaoh, like you had mentioned.
Yeah, now it's pretty much, I don't want to say it or jinx it, but Moon Queen gets caught again this game. No buybacks, and hook into Hellflower is going to kill him.
Yeah.
The reason he's been staying alive is because he's been able to Shrunken Head out of after the hook in Geometer's Bane.
Yeah, that is certainly the case, but with that Hellflower, not able to get those ones off. So Congor back up now, 100 seconds left on the refresher stones. Hook comes in, onto Magmas, the Hellflower being applied, Mummy Wall is up, auto attacks from Silhouette, and down goes the Magmas. So Complexity.
And no buyback on Magmas.
Yeah, exactly.
And Congor is up.
They said waiting, that's not my game. As they're able to get a couple of very nice pickoffs there. Started off with great Wrath of the Pharaoh initiations. Should be able to take this Congor. No ultimate up from Tempest. No refresher stone for 60 seconds. There's pretty much no way that Pikachu can contest this Congor. And so that's going to be Bananas and Token of Life.
Yeah, the thing is, who they're going to get? They're probably going to give the token to Pharaoh and have someone hold the Bananas.
Yeah, Bananas go on to Pharaoh.
Bananas
Token
on
of
Pharaoh.
Life onto...
No, definitely Token of Pharaoh, yeah.
There we go.
Who's going to hold the Bananas? Did Luna hold the Bananas? Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
She'll hold them, and Silhouette, of course, just doesn't have room for any of that.
And he has 2 buybacks still. Doesn't really... He can still buy back and buy his Boots of Travel.
Yeah, that's a lot of gold saved up.
Post haste, sorry.
Not a problem. Complexity sitting outside their opponent's base, want to make this tower push happen, but they also know that if they initiate a little bit too far in there, get a little bit too out of position, they could very well give up this team fight and give up a lead. I've seen them do it in the past. So they're going to try to play it safe, utilizing that Savage Mace, attacking up from the bottom here from Silhouette, slow pushing this. Well, not even really that slow. She's putting out a ton of damage.
And Moon Queen... I'm not
she's so far up.
That Moon Queen positioning, like,
yeah, she's so far up.
Yeah, Silhouette's ult's down now. They're probably done until his ult's back up.
60 seconds on that one, and like you said, Complexity will choose to retreat. Of course, having that shadow to port back to is what allows Silhouette to be back in the front of the lines. Unlike Moon Queen, she does not have a shadow. She's just going to rely on being able to stay alive and fight her way out. She has picked up a Genjuro, by the way.
Well, she did turn into the Genjuro.
Yeah. Wow, what do you think about that?
It's a use of the Dancing Blade, but Haxorn was, when she bought the Dancing Blade, all Haxorn had was the
Slayer
200 item.
Slayer. Yeah.
Slayer, and he was able to finish the Savage Mace before she even thought about having the money to finish off her Wingbow. So that kind of really messed up her item choice.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree. Keeper of the Forest now has the Bananas, and with the Shadow now available once again on Silhouette, well, they're going to be pushing up the middle lane. The tower is at about 15% health, just a couple auto attacks away from destruction. And the Complexity team barreling down the middle lane. Aluna is quite far off. She's finished up a tablet of command now.
There is a Storm Spirit on Ophelia this time, though.
Heyo. So, that's pretty good.
I heard that item's decent. We'll see what happens.
It's pretty good. Middle tower goes down as Haxorn utilizes that tree grapple and gets on out of there. But Yeah, getting that Storm Spirit off onto Moon Queen when the Hellflower is up, of course, is going to be very, very nice.
Good thing those speed mines have plus 15 attack speed from the demonic armor.
Oh, Lava Surge comes in onto Hacker. The keg is there as well. Hacker might be in a little bit of trouble as he does get an... Whoa, actually, an Engineer just goes completely down. Elemental Void catching 4 players right there. And Keeper of the Forest does not interrupt a second. Elemental Void going to catch 4 of them once again. The second one is interrupted. Tempest is going to fall, but it looks like a lot of damage being done. Magnus comes back in. Where was he 5 seconds ago? Token of Life going to bring Pharaoh back up.
Got a perfect ulti.
Oh my god. Pikachu.
Really good counter initiation by Pika. Then Silhouette had like 200 HP and lived, and Moon missed his ultimate, and Magnus didn't capitalize.
Oh, E27, what are you doing? There was
E27, 1828, 183. Come on, man.
Come on. But that was huge Tempest Elemental Voids, but they didn't have the damage to capitalize on it.
That was very well placed Tempest ultis.
Yeah, they were. Caught 4.
Poorly placed shield, but
caught 4 for what? Like 7 seconds?
Wow.
If they had been able to just get the Magnus ult on top of that, land the Lava Surge at the very tail end of that, they should have been able to take that team fight like 5 for 1. But not quite able to. Unfortunate. As Magnus did Lava Surge in. I know that he Lava Surged in to get the initiation onto Silhouette, and that's why his Portal Key was on cooldown, but both refreshers are on cooldown once again. Keeper Forest ultimate up in 20 seconds. Tempest is down for 100. So Complexity going to be in the advantage there once again. Going to press their way up the middle lane.
Yeah, that was like the Magnus had really good initiation, and then he should have set up again to get a good ulti off on the double Tempest ult, but
yeah, for sure.
So it has 8k enough for 2 buybacks and post days.
Oh, and it comes. Moon Queen getting initiated on right there. The Willowmaker going to go out. The Storm Spirit onto her, and she is teleported back to base. Magnus ultimate going to come in. He's able to get a pretty decent one off this time, catching Pharaoh as well as Deadwood. But they are going to have to back off. Silhouette uses her shadow and will port on out. A lot of damage being done to the melee racks. But it looks like Complexity content to back off for now. Of course, that Storm Spirit did a very good job of saving the Moon Queen, using the Ophelia's Judgment, teleporting her home. Beacon's going to go pick up a health potion here in just a second, and they're going to go for round 2.
I was hoping that I'd have a lane ward middle for the racks. Has he put one yet? No, he hasn't put one yet.
Wrath of the Pharaoh is available, and they do have vision up the hill because of that Tormented Soul. How's Complexity going to choose to initiate? All their cooldowns are going to be back up in about 15 seconds with Deadwood Ultimate. Shadow's down for 40, though, on Silhouette. So she's got to be careful. She doesn't have that Token of Life. She does not have that Aegis, or the bananas. Very, very tense moment right here as Magnus is looking for another initiation.
It's a really good, like, he could hook right there again.
Yeah, she's so far out of position.
But they're waiting for Silhouette's ult to be back up.
Yeah,
again.
of course. Of course. Actually, they're waiting for that second set of bananas. Do it super turtle style. Speaking of
strat.
Well, we're getting pretty deep into this game. 60 minutes in. Guys, our next series is supposed to be starting in 15 minutes. So it looks like the break will most likely be very, very short between these games. So do make sure to stick around for the second series where we'll be having Complexity either taking on FYKU in the winner's bracket, or if they drop down to the lowers losing this game, then they'll be covering that game as well. Complexity moves up the middle once again, looking for something to happen.
They're just baiting the Moon Queen into a port with Storm Spirit.
She's really far up. Once again, the tree grapple is up. They're going to be going in. Moon Queen activates that Shrunken Head. In comes Deadwood, trying to get Ophelia down. A nice Tempest Elemental Void, but interrupted by that. And in comes the second one, but not quite able to get it off. Tempest is actually dead, so not able to get the second ultimate off. Moon Queen trying to bring down Silhouette, but that's just a shadow in the middle. Tempest the only one dead, so a lot of stuff being used right there, but nothing really happening other than Tempest dying.
No buyback on Tempest, though, so they're going to keep pushing this.
Yeah. No buyback on Tempest, indeed. But for Fortification goes off right there, and now they're going to just start pounding auto attacks into the melee racks. Silhouette TP's out of there just in time as Magnus comes in for a Lava Surge. Magnus really far up right now Hope that he doesn't get Wrath of the Pharaoh. Looks like Pharaoh might be looking for another one of those hooks. Wrath of the Pharaoh goes off.
The scary thing is there's no keeper ult to follow up on it. That's the thing, and Silhouette doesn't have his ult up yet, so I think he's gonna wait for that, at least for Silhouette ulti.
Oh, a nice Rotten Grasp there. Not gonna go in though. Like you said, Silhouette ultimate down, Deadwood ultimate down for another 8 seconds.
So just betting the Moon Queen into Ophelia's W into Storm
Silhouette taking some pressure right there. After the Pharaoh onto the Ophelia. Silhouette's actually taking a lot of pressure. Going to be going down. And down goes Ophelia as well. Engineer going to be falling in the deep things. Pharaoh's up there trying to get something done. Down goes Deadwood to accompany Silhouette into the afterlife. Pharaoh going to take a fall as well without utilizing those bananas. The melee rack go down. Range rack stand. Silhouette is dead with close to 10,000 gold though. Aluna's going to be taking a fall as well. And Complexity loses 4 players right there. Quad kill going out to Mr. P. Up to 558 gold per minute now on that Moon Queen. And, well, Pikachu, they are not done yet.
Keep in mind that there's still a buyback on B-Kid, buyback on Silhouette. And I believe Deadwood has enough money for a buyback as well.
Yeah, the counter push potential here is not huge because of those buybacks. But
Tempest ult is up now.
Yeah.
So.
No refresher, but 1 Tempest ult and 1 Keeper ult.
Are they YOLOing it all in?
I don't know. We'll see if a Doombringer comes out. I've seen a lot of Doombringers in the last week, but it looks like they
has that. Oh, that slots for post days. So.
Yeah. Engineer. He's trying to do his thing back in the base, make sure that they don't get pushed out. So they're going to be going into this fight 4v5. All players up for Complexity in 20 seconds. Moon Queen says, screw that. I'm going to start taking down this tower. Glyph of Fortification is activated, though.
Hexen had to use a buyback.
Yeah, Hex buys back right there. Couldn't wait the additional 20-25 seconds. And immediately the Hellborn team falls back.
Yeah, it was very smart. They had a little bit of poking damage on the tower. It's not smart to just rush it and then lose the game.
Yeah, because if they lost that team fight, they would certainly lose the game. No buybacks on Moon Queen, so every
Pika has to play it
super
safe, especially the fact that Haxman still has one more buyback.
Yeah, Hex still has like 8,200 gold or something. I don't know what he's going to buy with that, but
he's going to buy Doombringer, die, feed it to somebody buyback. Just kidding.
Complexity content to just do a little bit more farming once more. Waiting on that Congor, perhaps. Important to note that bananas are still on Pharaoh. He did not use them in those last fights. Went down without using them. I think that was intentional because he had plenty of opportunities to do so.
Yeah, I told you they're waiting for 2 bananas.
Lion strat. I don't know if Lions has ever actually done that. I feel bad. When we enter banking a ton of gold as Moon Queen rebuys her Shrunken Head. Moon's not finishing up that Barrier Idol anytime soon. Just trying to make sure that he has enough money for buybacks. As they spotted out an Engineer. Possibly wanted to go on to him. But Complexity playing it safe once more. Pika.
Stalemate at Congor. See who... Most likely it's going to be Pharaoh initiation on. The problem is, it's much more of an advantage for Complexity to fight them outside the base because an affiliate can't send them back home and throw them up in the air.
Yeah, that is certainly true as Keeper of the Forest does portal in right there. Wants to try to get something. Engineer might be caught out of position. Wrath of the Pharaoh not being used just yet. Both teams considering making a dive in there. Legion certainly in the better position.
Wonder what Haxman's going to get with his 9k gold soon.
What do you think he should get?
Did he rebuy his Shrunken Head yet?
I don't think so.
You should. Oh yeah, he should definitely rebuy his Shrunken Head.
Okay.
Magnus?
What is going on there in that middle lane as my camera's freaking out?
Thing is, like, Pharaoh can't waste his ult and Hellfire on that because he needs to save that for Moon Queen.
Moon just dropped all of his buyback gold on a sheep stick. I like it.
Nothing's wrong with that.
I like
That's
it.
a good item choice.
No, I like it right there.
That or a Hellfire, and Sheep Stick's fine.
Yeah, they're just going to continue to be able to lock down that Moon Queen, and like we said, Moon Queen does not have buyback
I think the
available.
Sheep Stick's more for somebody else because
Maybe.
they're assuming that Moon Queen's going to get ported back.
Oh, they're going to try to catch Deadwood out of position right here. Shams might be in a little bit of trouble. Tree Grapple goes out. Silhouette's going to go in. She might be in a little bit of trouble. Shuck and Head activated. She's going to try to bring down the Engineer. Storm Spirit onto her. Man fight as Moon Queen is getting trapped. A big Elemental Void interrupted the first time. In comes the Magmus Ultimate, and he's going to be able to take down Deadwood. Hax buys back as well. And the second Elemental Void immediately interrupted. No, a push out onto Moon Meander. Moon Meander going to be falling. It looks like Beacon might be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to be trying to run away. Wall of Mummies keeping him safe. Luna trying to port out. And no, the Lava Surge going to be able to interrupt that. So they are down 2 players.
Big team fight, and now they're gonna get an Aegis
and Congor. Yeah, they're gonna be able to get bananas, and all of a sudden, bananas on each team.
That was a really good Storm Spirit by.
That was a very good
on
Engineer.
I'm not gonna say it, but I will say it. Storm Spirit's really good item. You know, like really good. Makes or breaks games sometimes.
I don't know, man. I'm
really good item.
I'd rather have an Energizer, like, to be honest.
Like, really good item.
Energizer, pretty damned good item. Storm Spirit's not bad, though. Congor goes down. Bananas onto Magmus. Token of Life onto... what? Who is... oh, Token of Life onto Magmus. Bananas now onto Tempest. Okay. It's always a little bit scary when they do a little bit of switching up. Top Tower's taking a lot of damage here for the Hellborn team.
Yeah, I mean, they lose one more fight like that. Haxon has no buyback.
Neither carrier has buyback. Yeah.
I'm surprised that Moon Queen still hasn't died, like hasn't gotten caught. Like, his positioning's changed ever since he lost his 2 buybacks. He's been playing it safe.
Yeah. Man, oh man, we have a game 70 minutes in here, and it is very close. Golden Experience lead, of course, going slightly to Complexity.
But DDoS, no, I'm just kidding.
DDoS, oh god. I don't even want to hear those words. Don't even want to hear them. So buybacks are gone on Silhouette. She picks up a Genjuro as well.
Yes. I think she needed to sell that a long time ago to get like a Genjuro or Rift Shards or
the Portal Key.
Possibly even like a Thunderclaw or something. Something that does damage.
The Portal Key you're talking about?
Yeah, it's on the Portal Key.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's hitting relatively hard at 400 damage. Like you said, Rift Shards would be kind of cool to see on her. But, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? B-Kid's the only one really with buyback money at this point on the Complexity team. Yeah, the only one, as he's sitting at 4,500. He still does have those bananas as well. On the other side of things, Storm Spirit was picked up by Tempest. So they're going to have 2 on their team now. Yeah,
2 that really good item.
Really good item. Magnus has a couple of buybacks left with 4,400 or 4,200 gold. He could pick up a Storm Spirit in favor of that Grave Locket, and I think he might still have buyback plus Token of Life. I think I'd like to see that.
Buyback Token of Life?
Buyback Token of Life and Storm Spirit instead of that Grave Locket.
Of course.
Right?
The Grave Locket doesn't really make much of a difference this late in the game.
Yeah. So, drop that, get a Storm Spirit ASAP, Magnus.
Storm Spirit, you said, like that one, right? That one item?
Yeah, like that item that's, like, people don't really pick it up too often, but they really should.
It doesn't change the game state at all.
Alright, well, guys, we are still in this pause. I want to reiterate, this is coLcast presents HoN Tour Live. This is HoN Tour Day 1 of Cycle 2, of course. Winners Round 1 matchup between Complexity and Pika. 70 minutes in now. And it's all tied up 1-1. One player is going to go on, or one team is going to go on to face FYKU in the winners round of 2. Well, winners round 2. Next, one of them is going to be dropping into the losers. This is your casting host, Beef and Lalond. I think we're going to get back into this game, though.
Yup.
Yup. So, both teams just kind of trying to push back their lanes before one of them maybe starts moving out. Do you think that Complexity is going to get aggressive here, or do you think that they're going to try to play passive as a Hellflower? It's actually what's picked up by Magnus instead of that Storm Spirit.
Yeah, okay. I don't know.
I don't mind it.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. You're right. I don't mind it. But I do like having more Storm Spirits on the team.
Yeah, I think having like 4 Storm Spirits
Because
would be pretty
literally,
good.
if you keep your Moon Queen alive and keep like, if they jump on somebody and you throw them up in the air, it's a big waste of time.
Yeah, for sure.
But on the other hand, if he were to jump, now that if he were to jump like let's say Pharaoh and then Hellfire the Pharaoh, so he can't do the same thing to Moon Queen, or do it to Tree and then have Tempest follow up ulting Tree plus somebody else, I can see that being good.
Yeah, definitely. By the way, Silhouette's hitting 4 attacks per second after her Relentless Salvo thing goes off. The attack speed? 4
That's
attacks
decent.
per second. Hitting for 400, 4 attacks per second. It's not bad. It's not bad. So,
It's average.
It's pretty cool. Silhouette also doesn't have any lifesteal. Typically at this point in the game, you sometimes see a Whispering Helm into a Symbol of Rage, but not the case here for Silhouette.
Yeah, I think he should sell his Nullstone, definitely.
Pick up a symbol.
Either a symbol, rift shards, like there's no barbed armor on the Hellborn side.
Yeah.
I would say either rift shards or shield breaker, like something, an orb, even satanic, something. But you don't really need a Nullstone this late in the game when you have a new bot and Shrunken Head as well.
Yeah. He did just rebuy that Shrunken Head. Shrunken Head also picked up onto Pharaoh, so that's what he used all of his buyback gold on. And Moon Queen just pretty far up there. Will they go for the initiation? No. Complexity choosing to back off for now. Both these teams being so cautious going into what very well might be the last team fight.
Yeah, uphill. It's risky.
Yeah. Moon Queen getting kind of aggressive. Oh, they're going in. The Genjuro's there. Moon Queen going to be taking some damage. And Moon Queen gets Storm Spirited once. The Lava Surge is going to come in. In comes the Tempest Elemental Void. The first one interrupted. The second one comes out. Moon Queen goes down, but the second Elemental Void catches 4 players. No damage to follow it up, though. The Root comes out hitting nobody. And Magnus is in some trouble. The Wall of Mummies goes off. The Token of Life going to bring him back up. Tempest falls, and Magnus is going to fall. Complexity takes a decisive team fight right there.
That
and they should be able to...
probably be Shrine.
Yeah, they should be able to push and end this. Buyback's not available on any of their players.
Complexity didn't lose anyone that team fight.
No, they had a perfect team fight. Perfect team fight. So, well, they're going to be moving their way up into the middle lane here. And we'll see if Engineer Ophelia can actually hold this one off. Buy time, 35 seconds until Moon Queen does come up. If Complexity stops to get these ranged attacks, if they stop to get the oh-so-important meatball...
I think they're going all in on the Shrine.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to just try to bring the Shrine down. A lot of the minions are going to die there as a result of the minefield that was being laid down. Cliff of Fortification goes up. Moon Queen up in 20 seconds. Engineer going to take a fall. No, first Storm Spirit going to be used as Engineer will survive. Is his... Oh, he's sent back to town, as now the second Sacrificial Shrine Tower is going to fall. Sacrificial Shrine being targeted. Moon Queen up in 5 seconds. Wall Mummy goes up onto Ophelia. Hellfire being applied onto her as well. She is going to take the fall. Sacrificial Shrine, one more hit, and it will go down. Complexity Gaming takes it 2-1 in a series that was down to the wire.
That was a really good game. Well played by Complexity in that last team fight. The initiation on Moon Queen was really good.
Oh, complexity. They made us scared.
That's how I state. Fighting outside the base is really good for Complexity because they can't do the, I guess you can say, cheesy Ophelia port back into Storm Spirit.
Yeah. For sure. Well, guys, I hope that you enjoyed that series. I certainly know that I enjoyed casting it. And Lalond, thank you very much for being here as well. We're going to go to a quick break while we get the next game set up. I believe that it's going to be Complexity versus FYKU coming up here, probably in the next 10 minutes or so. So, guys, make sure don't go anywhere for that. Stick around for the next series. And, of course, we'll be back tomorrow with more HoN Tour coverage as well. Lalond, any shout-outs before we go to break?
Just shout out to Belle for waking me up again.
All right. I'm so appreciative that she did wake you up. I love having a co-caster. Thanks for being here. I really do appreciate it. Guys, I have to give a big shout out to Complexity Gaming for allowing coLcast to happen. Check them out at complexitygaming.com, on Facebook at Complexity Gaming, and Twitter at Complexity Live. While you're over there on Twitter, you can check me out at BeefPotPie1 for all of your coLcast updates, all things Complexity HoN, tweeting about all that kind of stuff. And while you're over at Complexity Gaming, check out the weekly breakdown, coL Weekly Breakdown. Published a new one of those last night. So if you missed any of the complexity news from the last week, you can check that out. Of course, links to all that information is below on twitch.tv/complexityhon down in the info section. Easy social media links where you can find all about Complexity Gaming, the players, myself, and of course those easy social media links. And make sure to follow twitch.tv/complexityhon for all of your coLcast updates. And finally, a big shout out to the sponsors of Complexity Gaming. We have QPad, PNY, Origin, and Sound Blaster Creative, of course, making that happen. And of course to S2 for allowing us to be here for HoN Tour. Big shout out to MilkFat for letting it happen. Guys, we're going to go to a quick break. We'll be back with Complexity versus FYKU. Don't go anywhere. This is coLcast HoN Tour Live.